Oh, shoot. I think it unrecorded. Oh, boy. Me technology. We're work in progress over here. Okay. So massive action every single day. Figure out what that vision is. Is it measurable? Is your goal measurable? Is it an end of the year goal? Is it a monthly goal? Non-negotiable success club should be a goal. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you can't help 3 people a month, you're not being consistent. Bottom line. If you're not helping 3 new people a month, that's a direct reflection of inconsistency. Because if you're inviting every single day, you can help 3 people a month with a challenge pack. And think about this. All those people that you invite, that you're overcoming objections with, that can't purchase the challenge pack, at the end of the day, you've battled and conquered every single objection, but they still can't afford the challenge pack, even though you know that's the best option. Offer them the program. The program is still going to help them move forward. But don't sell yourself short and be like, oh, well, you could buy either one or the other. Why would you offer one or the other when you know Shakeology is going to change their life and their nutrition? Because you have a fear of it costing too much? That's something you need to fix and get over. You need to dig deep and figure out, what would this be like without you drinking that? What would be different? Now, why wouldn't you offer that to other people? Because I see how many people are driving through McDonald's every single day. Our McDonald's has 2 drive-thrus now. As if one isn't enough, we have 2 drive-thrus. And guess what? Freaking McDonald's is backed up all the time in their 2 drive-thrus. Don't even get me started on that. That just was a whole hot mess waiting to happen. But I'm serious. $4 a day for a meal is simple. It's easy. My brother-in-law was telling me how he spends about $20, $22 to $25 a day at the convenience store every single day because he has such a stressful job that he turns to food. It's not even that he's hungry. It's just so ingrained in him for that stress factor. That's what alleviates the stress. He says he doesn't even know what he gets besides corn dogs and pizza pockets and crap. And he's like, I don't even realize what I'm doing until I feel sick after. It's a vicious cycle. Be a part of that change. Be excited to want to change that. And think about the value of the challenge pack. Think about the value that you can add into other people's lives when you are talking to people. We're not here to sell people. We're here to offer them a solution. So you have to ask these questions. You don't have to talk 10 conversations back and forth. You can be quick in your messages and go in for the invite. But your invite is to have a solution. It's not like, oh, buy this from me. You should have had a few conversations to know why. Get them on the phone. Do Facebook voice message. Because when they hear your voice and your excitement, you can ask more questions. You can be more engaged in a quicker period of time. And they can get to know you better. So patience, consistency. What is your vision? What is the vision that you have? And are you willing to get out of your own way to take massive action every single day on that? And this is not a motivational pep talk. This is not a motivational pep talk. But I can only cheerlead you guys if you are wanting to do the work. Because or else I would stand on the side of the road cheerleading for whoever drove by, because I'd probably get more action, and more rise than people that are on our team that are just sitting there not doing anything. I want to be working with the people that want this, that love this, that will want to feel good, that are taking action daily to feel better themselves, to be better themselves. And they want to help other people be better. And they want to get out of their own way because they want more out of life. Because let me tell you, you can sit back and you can go study and become a personal trainer and work with people one-on-one and waste a lot of time. Waste a lot of time and not help them see progress very quickly. Here, you can help people change their life in 21 days. 21 days, you guys. I think the thing is, it's almost too easy. This business is too easy in ways that people don't do the work. It's so easy to do that it's easy not to do. But if you truly are showing up to these calls, if you truly want this, then you're taking massive action in your business. And it's just a quick reflection like I had to do on myself of measuring, really, how much massive action am I taking? And is the massive action what I need to move my business forward? Or is that everything else? I was doing so much for the team that my invites weren't getting the massive action. So that's what I flipped. That's what flipped for me, is going right back to what I used to do. Because when you lead by that example, your team is going to follow eventually. And if they don't, you keep taking massive action, because that is what's going to move your business forward. You have no control over what your coaches are going to do or not do. They run their own business. You run yours. If you don't show up, you fail you. If your coaches don't show up, they fail themselves. You have no control over that at all. So you show up, you take action. If they want your help and you're sharing what you're doing with them, they're going to reach out to you. Be open for communication, open lines for communication. Guess what? I set the standard for the one-on-one calls, because I value my time. And you know what? People still reached out to me and said, you know what, I want to talk. I didn't reach that goal, but I would love to do a one-on-one call with you. Absolutely. You know what? Because it took courage to reach out. You bet. I want to help you guys. I want to be there for you. I want to guide you. I want to support you. And if somebody is willing to say like, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to do this. You bet. When can we talk? Schedule a call. Let's do this. Because it takes courage. We all have rough spots. But the more you can get back on track and stay on track, the longer you're going to be there. But the more you keep one foot on and one foot off, the less you know where you're going, the less people are going to join you. When you can have both feet on your choo-choo train and you're full speed ahead, guess what? That's big momentum. When you're dragging one foot outside on the tracks and you're trying to slow the train, not many people are going to join you on that ride. It's not going to get there as quickly. When both feet are on the train and you are taking massive action and full speed ahead, people are going to start jumping on. They're going to see that success. They're going to see that momentum, and they're going to want to be a part of it. Okay? So what I want to do before we wrap up, do you guys have any questions? Questions. That's what this is for. Mastermind, not just Jesse preaching. Anybody? Was this helpful? Does anybody feel like, okay, yeah, I had a little bit of self-reflection, like there's things I can fix, there's things I can improve? Grand Tracy Morrow's talk at Summit, if you don't do you, you don't get done and the world misses out. Oh, I loved that. That was so true. It was so true. And such beautiful words too. I always feel like I didn't invite more than 5 people. No, not on the invites. If you send out invites, you can send out as many invites as you want. It's the friend requests. So if you're sending you're talking about friend requests. Okay. So you want to make sure there's no like specific number. You just have to make sure that you're keeping your friend requests cleaned up. So I would say, always only have like maybe 15 or so outstanding friend requests. 15 to 20. That's really where the mess happens, is when you have tons of outstanding friend requests. I always let friend requests be outstanding for, 3 or 4 days, maybe. I'll invite 5 people a day. And then I start deleting people that I invited 4 days ago, and people that haven't accepted my friend requests because they either aren't going to accept or they're not on social media enough to even pay much attention to what I'm doing anyway. And maybe they'll get another friend request at some point in time. But you can send as many like challenge group invites out a day as you want. But friend requests, I would keep it to about 5, unless you're like batching them and you're doing like, 15, every couple days, every few days. You guys have any other questions? Any questions at all? Silence. What do you feel like is like the biggest struggle in just doing the work? Is it yourself? Is it the mental game you play on yourself? Or is it actually taking the time out of your day to do it? Time management, all the messages, following up.
I think it's both for me, time management and then getting out of my own way and then just getting organized and knowing, who the people are that I'm sending my invites to. And because like you said, it's like I'm scared to send out that cold invite essentially. And I want to make sure it sounds personal and that I'm not just copying and pasting to the person. So that's my hang up.
So, but what happens when you send an invite? What would happen if you sent an invite? And I'm saying this because this just happened. What happens if you sent a cold invite to somebody that you're friends with, that maybe you haven't had real conversation with, and you literally saved their life by inviting them to join you? Somebody that was in such a desperate spot to want to change, but had nobody to guide them and help them. They had nobody that cared about them. They had nobody to support them. And they literally were on the verge of suicide. And they got your invite and they're like, wow, somebody cares about me. Now, does that make you want to get out of your own way and be like, yeah, that's who I'm looking for? Because that happened to Tanya. Mm-hmm. Like when she told me that, I was like, holy smokes, like that right there is the power of inviting to this. What are people going to say? What are people going to say when you create an invite and then when you take the time? I've never, ever on a cold invite had somebody say, I feel like you're just trying to like send a message, or I don't even know what they say. I've never had anybody say anything, because I keep following up in a genuine way. My Facebook invite has me in it. People aren't going to judge your invite when you are in the message and you are sharing a message with them. They're either going to say yes or no, or they're never going to end up following up with you.
Yeah.
And I think, and you're not alone. You're not alone. There's lots of people. There's people on this call that feel the same way you do. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because it takes courage to even say what you struggle with, because you're not alone. People overthink the process and they want it to be perfect. They want the invite to be perfect. But guess what? There's no perfect. There is no, you're going to sit back and either not grow your business and not get out there and help people change their life, or you're going to sit back and just constantly try to figure this out and what is best. And you're not going to be able to help many people that way. When we can literally get out of our own way and just start inviting and finding people that want to be on this journey with us, and we're just putting it out there. And it shouldn't matter what people say, because we know the truth. We know that we're trying to find people that are super motivated to change their life and to be better. Because that's what we're doing. And if they receive it in any other way besides that, it's easy to cover up and to turn around and fix, because it comes from your heart. If somebody ever was to send me a message saying, like, I feel like you're trying to sell me, I feel like you're sending this to so many people, you know what? I turn around and say, you know what? I'm so sorry that you felt that way, but I truly have such a heart for health and fitness and know the impact that this has had on my life, that I want to help anybody that wants to improve their life. I want to be there to support them, to motivate them, to encourage them to be the best they can be, so they can feel better about themselves, because that's what this has done for me. And I'm sorry if you misinterpreted my message, but that's the message that I want to get across to you. Whether they join me or not is up to them. You know, it takes a lot of courage to invite. I think that's the first thing people put off, is the inviting process. But that's what moves your business forward. That's how you're able to help find more people that.
I haven't been able to see her screen at all today.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got internet connection from Wave Broadband last week, and it's like dial-up internet.
Wave is awful.
Seriously, we're gonna have to do something different, because this isn't working, and it screwed up the recording last time.
Yeah, I can't see Jessie either. Her screen's been frozen the whole time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your screen's pretty frozen. Every once in a while it'll move, but not consistently.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that's how it's been for me. You've been your picture's been frozen the entire time, except for when you did your screen sharing, I was able to see that. And then when you get back to the live video, you've been frozen the whole time.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
At least you can hear me.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We can hear you. We haven't been just sitting here staring.
So I think the biggest thing is just to, stop overthinking, and stop worrying about having a perfect message, and truly not. I mean, this is the difference in personalities. I will be honest with you. After studying personalities, you're going to have different personalities. Everything has to align up. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be, you're going to have people that really just don't even care. They just do it. You're going to have people that have to find the fun in it. You're going to have people that don't want to hurt people's feelings. They want to please people. You can be a mix of personalities, right? A mix of all of that. The biggest thing is you just have to do it. you're not going to find perfect. You're not going to be organized when you first start. Team Z is awesome. You know, writing people down on pen and paper, like just do it. Just do something. I've changed multiple organizational pieces to find what is the good flow for me, what works out for me. And so that's what you have to just figure it out as you go. There's never going to be a perfect. What works for me might not work for you guys. And so you just have to start doing something, because or else you're not going to do anything. And when you're plugged in and you keep showing up, but you're not inviting, you're going to get discouraged that your business isn't growing, and you're going to get burned out. You're going to feel stuck, but your business isn't going to grow if you're not inviting, if you're not taking massive action on the invites and the follow-ups. So you really have to, really that should be the first thing you do when you open up your computer. Your invites and your follow-ups. And like Tarina said, it's going to be a lot of messages. You're going to have a lot of follow-ups because you're sending a lot of invites. But it depends on how big your goals are. Trina's working on paying for some bad, you-know-what, vacation to Disneyland for her family of 7. And I challenged her. I'm like, don't even go small. We're not going to some Disneyland hotel that is, $150 a night, $100 a night. This is like, I want you to research Disneyland hotels themselves. How much money do you want to give your kids in their pocket to be able to buy what they want at Disneyland? What kind of vacation do you want to make of this? I want you to research it. I want you to feel it, see it, dream about it. What does that look like for you? How much money do you need? And what are you willing to do to get there? It has to be something that hits home for you. And you have to be laser focused on it. Because when the going gets tough and you turn around and you stop and you think about what that is, what it feels like, what it looks like, if you could say, oh, I don't need to work on that today, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. But when I stop and I close my eyes and I think about 10 coaches that I can help by the end of the year get to team leader, because team leader is a place where they're going to be paying for their groceries, where they're going to be paying for their Shakeology, where they're going to be paying for their gas every month, where they can pay for some utilities. That is where people will not walk away. People are going to get the glimpse of light of what this business can do for them. Because I know when I get people to that place, they're going to start dreaming bigger. They're going to start going more, doing more, and taking more action in this business. And that's what I want. I want to help people create success, whatever that looks like for them. To be free, to be happy, to live a life they never imagined, and to know that it's possible. But it's not just like, I'm going to get out there and retire my husband and quit my job in 1 year. 2 full-time incomes you're going to replace in 1 year. It seems so unimaginable. What are those smaller goals that are driving you? What are those smaller things? Bryn's is a swimming pool. They live in Florida. An awesome killer swimming pool in her backyard for her kids. When you talk about with her what it's going to feel like, what it's going to be like, you start hearing her passion, her excitement, her emotions come out of her. She doesn't want to go to the community pool. It's too freaking crowded. She wants to step out in her backyard and know what that feels like. Taste the air. Let her kids play right there. Be right there with them in her backyard. How much does she need for the pool? Who does she need to become in order to make that happen? And the funny thing is, that point where she started losing the excitement in her business, she only needed like, what, $300 or $200 more a month, or actually I think it was that same amount. If she would have just saved that up each month, she would have that money. But we all lose excitement. We all lose sight of our vision at times, or we all don't find our vision. So she just has to get back to that place, but she knows it's already possible because she's been there. So who does she need to become in order to get back to that place? And guess what? Just like I told her, she's going to be further up with knowing who she needs to become. She's going to be making more money at that place because she's so clear on her vision and so excited. She's going to have more momentum. Just think about those things, you guys. Feel it. Taste it. Close your eyes. Think about it every morning. Know where you're going. Do positive affirmations. Talk to yourself nicely. Talk to yourself nicely in a way that you're already at where you're at. Where are you heading? And that's what you tell yourself every day. You act as if you're already there, because that is what's going to get you there. Okay, so quickly before we end, we are going to go through and do some invites. Okay, we're going to take, so do you guys all have your invite? So if you go to the trhbcoachtraining.com, go to coaching tools and how to invite. Because I'm going for 20. I'm not going for 20. I'm doing 20. Let me just change that around real quick. And I'm on the U's, by the way. I'm going backwards. My alphabet. Okay. So I want you to get your invite. And I'm going to put the timer. We're going to do 10 minutes. And I want you to just do it. Just go for it. Take action. Timer. Okay. All right, 10 minutes. And I want you to invite as many people as you can in this 10 minutes with your invite. Okay, ready, set, go. 10 minutes.
So I have a question.
Yes.
On Facebook, how do you, wait, I just did something. Okay, how do you separate your friends list in alphabetical order?
Just go to friends and then go to, it'll say search.
Search, okay.
And you just type in the letter.
A, okay.
Yep.
Okay, and then it'll do it.
And it pops up with all of your A's. Yep.
Okay, all right, I see. All right. So I always do it from my phone, so I'm working from the computer this time. So.
Are you guys also entering into your Teamsy and your Gap form at the same time, or do you wait until the end?
I go through and write all their names down so I could be quick. And then I go through and input them into Teamsy and on my Gap. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Three minutes, you guys. Minute 40 seconds, you guys. All right, 30 seconds. Okay, start wrapping it up. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is, if you haven't, as we end this call, I want you guys to finish going through, time yourself, go through and just bust out those invites. Stay focused on I'm doing 20 a day. And stay focused on that. I'm 20 a day until I hit Success Club 10, until I reach my goal, my non-negotiable goal. And then from there, I'll scale it back to probably 10 or 15 a day. And then be consistent. Because just because I reach my goal doesn't mean I stop inviting, doesn't mean I stop working my business. I'm moving forward to what's next. Okay. So you can have another idea too, real quick before we end, is, if you're inviting people to your challenge group and you have, I'm going to die over here. If you are inviting people to your challenge groups consistently and you're inviting that many people and you go through and you're working through objections, it's your choice to run like a free group every month. If you want to have okay, I'm starting a free group on this month, that's only your backup. Anybody will join you in a free group, right? Anybody will. But if all of these people you're inviting to the 21-day group are not wanting to join you in your 21-day group for one reason or another, and you've worked through all of that, you can always say hey, I don't know if you'd be interested. I know that you sound like you have some amazing goals that you want to reach. You're really struggling with XYZ. I would love to support you. If you're interested, I do have a space for a couple more spots in my free 10-day group that's starting on the 15th. I would love to plug you in and be able to help you start making steps to move forward in that direction, if that's something you'd be interested in. If they say yes, I give them the expectations. They must be willing to commit to drinking 64 ounces of water a day. They must be willing to do 20 minutes of physical activity every day. They must be willing to plug into the page and post and share their journey in there daily. And they must be willing to make improvements in their nutrition every single day. And then I'm checking in with them behind the scenes to build that relationship, because then that free 10-day group is another place where you can really hype up the 21-day fix on the lower scale. You can really add value to people's lives and be you. Share your journey. Don't overcomplicate the 10-day free group. That's another place, another option too for you. But you're not only inviting to the 10-day group. Your focus is on your challenge groups, because that's where the game changer is. That's where they're following a program. That's where they get Shakeology. That's where they get your support. They get the motivation. They get the accountability. They get the proven system for the results. And it's all a 30-day money-back guarantee, so they have nothing to lose. In a free 10-day group, they don't get that. They get your support for 10 days. They get your encouragement for 10 days, but they got to dig deep. They got to want this. Okay? Put the value in what you have to offer. Okay? So I want you guys to finish your invites. I want you to go for more. Like I said, I'm doing 20 invites. So really think about that vision. Read it every single day before you start working your business, and let that be your driving force. Okay? So if you guys have questions, post on the team page. I want you guys to post on the team page when you did your invites, when you're finished inviting for the day, and how many you did. Okay? It's your accountability. Alrighty. You guys have an awesome day. Thanks for coming to our mastermind. And we will chat with you next Monday. Some of you guys, I have one-on-one calls this week. So otherwise, I'll chat with you guys then. Okay? Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.